připravena. Co žádáš? Stavím. Zdař Bůh.
Stavím. Sbírám.
Ano.
Sbírám.
Co žádáš? Stavím. Sbírám. Ano.
Sbírám.
Zdař Bůh.
Sbírám.
Budíš, to
Ano.
napravdu díš. Lovím zvěř. Lovím zvěř.
Jsem připravena. Lovím zvěř. Ano.
Zdař Bůh.
Lovím zvěř.
Jsem
Lovím
připraven.
zvěř.
Ano.
Lovím zvěř. Co žádáš? Stavím. Stavím. Štěpu dřevo.
Co žádáš?
Vykonám.
Štěpu
Budíš.
dřevo.
Stavím.
Stavím. Štěpu dřevo.
Jsem připravena.
Sbírám. Zdař Bůh. Sbírám.
Vykonám to.
Sbírám.
Pravdu díš. Lovím zvěř.
Zdař Bůh. Pravdu díš. Jsem připravena. Co žádáš?
Sbírám. Sbírám. Ano.
Sbírám.
Co žádáš?
Jsem připraven. Lovím zvěř.
Sbírám. Zdař Bůh. Žádá. Ano. Ano.
Pravdu
Ano.
díš.
Vykonám to.
Stavím.
Sbírám.
Jsem připraven.
Budíš. Štěpu dřevo. Ano.
Lovím zvěř.
Sbírám. Zdař Bůh.
Stavím.
Sbírám.
Zdař Bůh. Sbírám.
Žádáš.
Stavím.
Ano, sbírám.
Jsem připraven.
Sběrám. Zdař Bůh.
Co žádáš?
Ano,
Sběrám.
vykonám to.
Pravdu díš. Čepu dřevo. Jsem připraven.
Vykonám. Sběrám. Ano, budíš.
Čepu dřevo.
Zdař
Pravdu
Bůh.
Sběrám.
Čepu dřevo.
Ano.
Čepu dřevo.
Žádáš. Ano, sběrám.
Jsem připraven.
Sběrám. Zdař Bůh. Vykonám to.
Pravdu
Ano,
díš. Čepu dřevo.
žádáš.
Vykonám.
Ano, budíš. Vykonám
Pravdu
to.
díš. Stavím.
Ano,
Ano,
Stavím.
žádáš.
Stavím.
Ano,
Stavím. Čepu dřevo. Stavím. Jsem
budíš.
připraven. Pravdu díš.
Vykonám to.
Pravdu
Ano,
díš.
budíš. Vykonám to.
Stavím. Robím dolů.
Zdař Bůh.
budíš.
Ano,
Vykonám to. Štěpu dřevo. Stavím.
žádáš.
Jsem připravena.
Jsem připraven. Stavím.
Zdař Bůh.
Zdař Bůh.
Stavím.
Sběrám. Co žádáš? Budíš.
Stavím. Ořu zemi.
Ano,
Stavím.
Jsem připravena.
Jsem připraven. Čepu dřevo.
zdař Bůh. Ano, žádáš. Zdař
Čepu
Bůh.
dřevo. Jsem připraven.
Žádáš. Vykonám.
Lovím zvěř.
Ano,
Pravdu díš. Stavím. Stavím.
Co žádáš? Stavíš.
Vykonám.
Pravdíš.
Ano,
Štěpu dřevo.
zdař Bůh.
Jsem připraven.
Staví. Štěpu dřevo.
Ano,
Staví. Štěpu dřevo.
Ano,
Stavím.
zdař Bůh.
Stavím. Ořu zemi.
Ano,
Stavím. Ořu zemi. Jsem připraven.
budíš.
Stavím.
Žádáš.
Stavím. Čepu dřevo.
Zdař Bůh.
Zdař Bůh.
Stavím. Čepu dřevo.
Žádáš.
Stavím. Jsem připraven.
Vykonám to.
Stavím. Stavím. Stavím.
Co žádáš?
Ano.
Jsem připravena.
Štěpu dřevo. Robím v dolu.
Ano,
Štěpu dřevo. Robím v dolu. Jsem připraven. Ano,
Budíš.
vykonám to. Pravdu štěpu dřevo. Ano, pravdu vykonám to. Stavím. 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 Stavím.
co žádáš?
Ano. Stavím.
Co žádáš? Ano. Budíš.
Ano. Stavím.
Stař Bůh.
Budíš.
Ano.
Stavím,
Vykonám to.
robím v dolu.
Ano.
Vykonám,
Pravdu
ano.
díš.
Vykonám to.
Budíš.
Pravdu
Budíš.
Ano. Vykonám to. Robím v dolu. Jsem připraven. Stavím. Štěpu dřevo.
Stař Bůh. Co žádáš?
Pravdu díš. Stavím. Robím v dolu. Jsem připraven.
Ano.
Stavím, robím v dolu.
Stař Bůh.
Ano, robím v dolu.
Co žádáš? Ano.
Ano.
Budíš.
Vykonám to. Pravdu díš. Vykonám to. Stavím. Štěpu dřevo.
Stař Bůh. Co žádáš?
Lovím
zvěř.
zvěř. Stavím, štěpu dřevo.
Jsem připraven.
Budíš.
Lovím
Vykonám
zvěř.
to, robím v dolu.
Co žádáš?
Robím v dolu.
Zdař Bůh.
Stavím.
Jsem
Stavím.
připravena. Co žádáš? Stavím.
Ano.
Stavím.
Zdař Bůh.
Pravdu díš. Robím v dolu.
Budíš.
Stavím. Jsem připraven. Ano. Pravdu díš.
Ano.
Vykonám to. Stavím.
Zdáš Bůh.
Budíš. Ano. Stavím.
Jsem připravena. Zemi. Ano, robím dolů.
Jsem připraven. Stavím.
Ano, pravdu díš. Stavím. Štěpu dřevo. Zdař Bůh. Robím v dolu.
Zdáš Bůh.
Pravdu vykonám to. Stavím.
Ano,
Co žádáš?
vykonám. Budiš. Stavím. Pravdu vykonám to. Co žádáš? Pravdu díš. Ano, vykonám to. Stavím. Jsem připravena. Budíš. Štěpu dřevo.
Ano?
Čepu dřevo.
Zdáš Bůh.
Budíš. Ano. Spěrám.
Zdař Bůh. Ano, vykonám to. Stavím. Štěpu dřevo.
Jsem připraven.
Co žádáš? Robím v dolu.
Co žádáš? Ano?
Pravdu vykonám. Pravdu díš.
Zdáš Bůh.
Vykonám to. Stavím.
Co žádáš?
Stavím.
Ano. Jsem připravena.
Budíš.
Žádáš?
Ano. Pravdu díš. Ano. Budíš. Stavím. Robím dolů.
Zdař Bůh. Ano. Jsem připravena. Pravdu díš. Vykonám to. Stavím. Sbírám. Co žádáš?
Spěrám. Jsem připraven. Vykonám to. Stavím.
Zdař Bůh.
Pravdu budíš. Stavím. Spěrám.
Ano?
Ano. Vykonám to.
Zdáš Bůh. Co žádáš?
Pravdu díš. Jsem připraven. Budíš.
Jsem
Ano.
připravena. Ano, ano. Budeš. Vykonám o zemi.
Ano, vykonám to.
Zdař Bůh.
Štěpu dřevo.
Zdař Bůh.
Budíš.
Jsem připravena.
Jsem připraven.
Ano,
Ano, vykonám to. Štěpu dřevo. Co žádáš?
žádáš.
Stavím. Ano, budiš. Stavím. Ořu zemi.
Ano,
Jsem připraven. Ořu zemi.
sbírám to.
Stavím.
Sbírám.
Co žádáš?
Stavím.
Jsem připravena. Štěpu dřevo. Stavím, stavím.
Žádám. Zdař Bůh.
Zdař Bůh.
Budíš. Stavím. 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 Stavím.
Žádám. Zdař Bůh.
Budíš.
Ano.
Budíš. Stavím. 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 Štěpu dřevo. Štěpu dřevo.
Ano,
Vykonám to. Stavím. Zdař Bůh. Stavím. Sbírám.
Jsem připraven.
žádá.
Ano, ořu zemi. Stavím. 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 Jsem připraven.
Vykonám to. Jsem připravena. Stavím. Ano.
Ano.
Pravdu
Ano.
budíš, vykonám to. Stavím, robím v dolu.
Stař Bůh.
Budíš. Vykonám to.
Co žádáš? Ano,
Ano. Žádáš.
vykonám to.
Stař Bůh.
Pravdu díš.
Ano.
Ano,
Opravuju. Budíš. Pravdu díš. Vykonám to. Ano. Jsem připraven. Vykonám to.
jsem připraven. Stavím.
Ano.
Ano, budíš. Stavím.
Co žádáš?
and then end up with villagers that have supremacy in late game. So let's see if I can do that up against the Mongols here. Georgians and Mongols, guys. I'm playing against all the fast civs today. Do I work out? I do minimal workouts, but I want to do more moving forward, and I also started doing more sports recently, so I feel like I'm doing my body a favor. No, Lewis, I didn't change the title. Don't worry. You ruined my stream title, but I'm keeping it anyways. I'm keeping it anyways. Alright, we got Quang Tri here. The Mongols. There's uniqueness in our saying. That's what I was saying. I lost like 5 villas in feudal. The game was completely cooked, but the outdoor was kind of crazy. But your tower play was also really good. Really hard to deal with those towers.
Hey Hero, morning, what up? Can we get Romans?
Can we get a Romans game? Of course we can. Let me add you in there. So Spanish, Malay, Romans. So far is what we have. Titans for later once again. Try that out again. Lewis, you ruined the vibe, bro. You ruined the vibe. Just like that. I'm stealing your exclamation mark pick civ. Okay. You steal everything from me anyways. Don't act like you have to tell me before you do it. Nice scoreboard, by the way. I'm an innovator. You know, I was the first point of view streamer to put the scoreboard up. Do you know that? Does anyone know that? I was the first POV streamer to put the scoreboard up on the screen like this. Everyone else was doing it via chat command. Soon as I've done it, afterwards, Viper, MBL, Doubt even has one, Lewis has one, Hart has one, everybody has one now. I'm an innovator, guys. I'm an innovator. I paved the road for my fellow content creators. I made the streaming scene better for everyone. Look at that. Look what we've done here. Like, pioneer mindset. Like, it's crazy, guys. It's crazy. I see things that other people don't even think of. Or something like that. There's a quote like that that sounds epic. So, somewhere along the lines of that. Alright, bringing in the second board now. Nah, it's gonna be a good day of AV2 though. I can feel it. Feeling good. Feeling good. We gotta recover from this loss. I know I'm gonna get housed. I gotta fix that real quick. I'm dealing with boars here. Alright, let's fix this. Hera viewer, are you still watching? Eat this boar first, because it's almost done. Then we go to the deer. And eat that guy. And that's what you want to do with the dead animals. Good. I could wall early. I wouldn't mind actually. I think that's a reasonable approach. We lost first game of the day to Lewis. How you feel, Hera? Feeling good, man. Feeling good. Still a good day. All right. Lewis, you start copying like even my taste. Like you start telling people your favorites is Mongols. Like just copying the way I speak. That would be crazy. Just out of nowhere. Did you see the picture that Hart linked in the Discord yesterday? Or before yesterday? That shit was hilarious. Alright. Found your stream. Are you number 1 ranked? Hello, Saggy Crayon. I am number 1 ranked. Yes, welcome. Despite the loss today, not the losses, the loss, we're still number 1 ranked, which feels good, man. Welcome to the stream, brother. We're number 1, but today we're pushing for probably, well, we were trying to go 10-0. It's not really real, though. I'm going to try to go 10-1. And then we can go from there. Maybe I should update the title, guys. Attempting to go 10-1. I should do it. Mods? More unpaid labor? Gonna update the title mods to 10-1? Rest of it can stay the same? Actually, Lewis, you have to do it. You ruined my stream. You have to change the title, man.
Love you, brother.
The Todd Father. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for the 4-month and the love, brother. All right, nice. Hamburgers on the case. What are you doing here, buddy? I think I was trying to cheese me real quick. Doing a nice wall here. Pretty good. Barracks in the front. I don't even know if I need a barracks, but we'll check it out. When Romans, we have this game, then we have Malay, and then we have the Romans. Got a bunch of stuff on the list here, guys. Bunch of stuff on the list. And oh, look at that. So we do need the barracks. We're going to go for some men at arms. I think there is an opportunity. He's got a tower rush behind this, by the way. There's a chance. There is a chance. I'm going to go for the range. The fun thing about the Spanish is that I don't need to actually make a mining camp here to make 2 archers. I can make 2 archers just by getting the wood upgrade. Gives me 20 gold and I'm good to go. He's going in. I think I can lock him out. And then chase him. And killing that scout's going to be pretty good. Makes the men-at-arm rush a lot weaker. I think Horse Collar's fine. So he will always lose the scout fight because he's in my base. I just have a villager, he doesn't. So we just get the free scout, and now I can scout the map. Which is a pretty decent advantage, not too bad. I'll wait for 2 archers, then I'll go chase them away. I got Horse Collar, so start making some farms now. And I feel pretty good about this game. He's already running away, which is interesting. Alright, nice. Good. I can't really chase them in this day and age, but I think I will anyway. Has Hera ever beaten Lewis on Georgians? Never happened, bro. It's impossible. His Georgians are undefeated. Hello, brother. I think you're trapped. Knowing my luck, there's a 1-tile hole, though. He's gonna slip through. Oh, no. He's actually just trapped. Nice. Oh no.
Help!
Oh no.
Daddy, please!
Gujaraz, basically I just wanna see you play civs you hate.
That's very normal behavior, by the way. Yeah, totally not psychopathic behavior from Diaz here. Diaz, thank you, brother, for the $25 donation. You want to see me suffer with Gujaraz? My goodness, bro. Alright, bro, I got you with the Gujaraz game. I got some psychopaths in the chat. What can I say, guys? Oh my goodness, I gotta make my own skirms. Or I can make a stable switch, actually. Nah, let's make my own skirm. So if I go stable switch, I actually just hard die to like everything. I died to Cav Archer, I died to Manga, I died to everything. I'll make this, but it's actually really risky to be here. Yeah. Yeah. Not the best. It's okay, I'll push him back with the skirms. That villager is so stupid. If he dies, I'm not gonna shed a tear, man. That guy's so dumb. But I think I'll try to save him anyway. I'll put in some effort, but yeah, if he died, I would not have been mad at all. Yeah, the low IQer died. What a shocker. Probably his wife goes down as well. That's so random, losing 2 vills for no reason. What am I doing? Gotta push out, Got more than you, boy. Easy monies. Okay, this is good. We lost only 2 vills. This is definitely doable. We gotta go for like a big boom in Castlage here. Honestly, missionary defense, skirmisher missionary. Who's feeling that? Who's vibing with that? Because I definitely am. Alright. Hey, we're ignoring Jinx? Hold on, did I ignore Jinx's comment? How can I do that? I gotta go back and read it. Alright. All these months later, I still don't know if Jinx is for real or the best troll I've ever seen. What are you talking about, AR? Of course he's real. He's not trolling. He's saying facts, bro. What are you talking about? Yeah, AR is a huge, big time Jinx hater, just jealous of his intelligence and the attention he gets. I understand, AR, it's fine. Totally understand. No, I'm chasing this men at arm, guys. Alright. Maybe I shouldn't chase him. I don't know. I give up. I need to figure out what he's doing though. I'm gonna go skirmisher missionary, and then boom. We have to do a big boom in Castlage here, guys. Problem is my stone is so exposed. Let's try to secure my stone to the TC. This is really risky. I would not do this if I was not playing for content. If he sends step lances forward, I'm so screwed here. I think I saw one. That's the best part. It's just one though. It's chill. It's chill. It's just one. I don't even care about that guy. So actually, my play is really good. Nice. We got away with it. I'm gonna kill this guy as well. Oh shoot! It's not just one. Why do I have skirmer step lancer? Somebody help! And that's what I'm saying. We need the missionaries. That's what I was saying. It's all good. I lose some villas, but we have the town center, so we're gonna get him back up quick. A lot of gold. gold is not very good right now. I need to sell that. Or just make missionaries. That would solve my entire life. This is this bugger, man. I thought we had a choice to go attack, but he just has so much. No, we need missionaries. Unironically. I lost a lot of bills there. Under control. Nobody panic. It's under control. Okay, hold on. Wait, I get Sanctity, so I'm super tanky. Alright. Is this #1 gameplay? This is something like #1 gameplay. Like it is, but it's not. It's like horrible #1 gameplay. But it's still #1 nonetheless. We have the score lead. We're doing something right. Can someone in the chat explain to me in one line how we have the score lead here? Seriously. I don't understand. We lost like 10 villas. It was like as bad as it can get, and we're like winning by 300 points. What the hell? Scouting? Scouting is pretty clean. I need to get a market for sure. I need to get back on the stone as well. What the hell's going on here? He's gonna break in. Shit, he's gonna break in. Oh, you should bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. This is the bad times 2. Maybe I can trap him. There's a world where he gets trapped here. Not my world, though. Not my world. Still fine. Still fine. Hair's so high? No, I'm not. What the hell? I never take intoxicants. What do you think this is? I'm a professional. Okay. We got a big boom into villagers and conks. Supremacy vills. That was the order. That was the court order. How can I not trap this guy? There has to be some angle. Oh, this archer. I deleted. Gone. God, is a paid agent, man. I gotta take those guys out. They're amidst their ranks. Like, get that guy out of my face. Can't trust nobody these days. I had that trap too. I don't usually get those. Oh, this pathing is horrendous. Holy. There's no way you go for that and you get rewarded. How, bro? What is my guy singing? Is he even trying to convert? That was like the longest conversion ever. All right. Mega booming here. And I want a castle in the middle of the map, though. It's really important to do that, actually. So cheeky.
Every troll call me the troll for calling them out. It is a genuine question I really don't understand, and no one explained how mocking elite players hours on end makes sense. Jinx 2025.
Based, true and based, agreed. What? Where the hell are you going? Where the hell are you going? There's no way you're getting out of this one. That's it. That's the end of the road. That's the end of the road for you, pal. You got nowhere to go. You got nowhere to go. Don't even try. Ah, he got that hill. I really wanted that hill, actually. So I have to go up now. Now this gold is cursed. Like, I can't take it. I think he's up there. I think he's up to the imp. I'm not sure though. I can't prove it, but his score, yeah, his score definitely dropped. I need to go imp as well for sure. We're gonna go imp skirms. Skirm monk probably. Yeah, you need extra TCs for vills. If anything, Skirm Halb is gonna be good. And then I go Vills? I don't know if I need the help. He should be imp about 30 seconds before me if my hypothesis is correct. He took that relic from under my nose. Oh no. I don't think we're gonna let that happen. Are we? I'm gonna chase him down with those two vills. What's going on here? Is that an outpost? Yep. Our estimate was correct. Good. Alright, we're gonna go Skirmvilles. I hope this is enough. I'm not sure, honestly. Let's get enough. Might be. Premise is in. Basically, my villagers are my military here. So him killing that TC on the front is like him killing a stable. It's a military production building. We have to get attacked. We have to get sappers. Alright, I'm gonna go for it. We're going elite step lancer. Shit. Are Bills good against those guys? How many halves? Pretty good choice. Elite step lancers counters my Bills. I need to reclaim this hill, boys. We're gonna go halb. Oh no, it was a really good choice. The elite step lancer was a really good choice. Do I have helps now? Keep booming, keep booming. Lost the truck for no reason. I'm gonna attack. All of a sudden, it's a different game because I actually have a push going. But because I don't have a push, he's just always dictating the pace, and it's not really possible to win. When you have a push going and you're able to raid on the side with castles and villas and maybe even bomber towers, it's actually really strong. So I was like really close to it being really strong, but unfortunately, we just didn't really have enough going in our way. Unfortunately, we just didn't really have enough going in our way. Hello everyone and welcome back to the video. Today we're going to be doing the ultimate guide to the Spanish for Age of Empires 2, and let's just hop right into it and see what the civilization has to offer for us. The Spanish is a really classic civilization and it's been with us for a really long time in Age of Empire history, and throughout the course of its lifetime in the game, it actually remained conceptually unchanged. A lot of the options that it once had are still available, and although we did move a few numbers around here and there, the main idea of the Civ did remain unchanged, and to this day it fills a role in which other civilizations can't really fill for both 1v1 and team game. And so while it might not be the most flexible or the most powerful civilization, it actually has a decent amount of options in its own right with the tech tree, and it has a lot of really powerful options and monk civilization. Their bonuses are as follows. The builders work 30% faster, which is a really nice bonus at getting your castles down quicker, your walls up quicker, and even works on your farms. This is a really good bonus, especially on maps like Nomad, where you can get your town center faster up than other civilizations, which leads to a villager lead early on in the game, which as we know is one of the best things you can do for your economy in Age of Empires. The next bonus is that blacksmith upgrades don't cost gold, so not only does this save you direct amount of resources when you're playing the Spanish, but you also save cost gold. So not only is this do for your economy in Age of Empires. The next bonus is that blacksmith upgrades don't cost gold, so not only does this save you direct amount of resources when you're playing the Spanish, but you're also saving one of the most valuable resources in late game, which is gold. This really helps tech into some of your more gold heavy options for the Spanish, which is just a really nice thing to have in the mid and late game. The next bonus is a little bit more of a niche one, but it's the fact that cannon galleons benefit from ballistics and they fire faster and more accurately. Now they actually fire a lot faster, which is really interesting, and I would say that cannon galleons are one of the biggest strengths that the Spanish have on the water, and something that other civilizations might not expect, especially if you get water control in some sort of like a team game map. You can just run around the shore and just snipe all their castles with cannon galleons, and they're going to be out of range of the castle and they attack a lot quicker than other cannon galleons. Really strong bonus in certain niche situations. And their last bonus is that gunpowder units fire 18% faster. This isn't the biggest of deals, but it helps your hand cannoneer a little bit, and obviously we know how strong the conquistadors are, but if you don't, we're going to be checking that out a bit later on. Conquistador is of course the unique unit they can make from the castle. However, they do have another unique unit from the monastery, and this is the missionary. More on him a bit later. The unique techs are Inquisition and Supremacy. Inquisition and Castle Age lets monks convert faster, and Supremacy gives villagers extra combat stats for the Imperial Age tech. And their team bonus is a very relevant one. It's the fact that trade units generate plus 25% gold. Alright, let's take a look at the tech tree now and see what kind of options we can go for. The first thing you'll notice is that they don't even get the crossbow tech, so the archery range is going to be pretty weak in terms of the early game options. No crossbowman means you're forced into elite skirmisher, which they do get, and cavalry archer with thumb ring, which is not too bad, as well as heavy cav archer and hand cannoneer in Imperial Age. You are missing Parthian tactics though. For their barracks, it's once again fully teched out. You got supplies, squires, and arson, and both halberdier and champions fully teched, so a lot of options there in the barracks. And of course their stable, pretty solid as well, with paladin and hussar fully upgraded. So as you can see, besides missing crossbow, we have a lot of different options that we can go for in the 3 production buildings. Their siege is okay with siege ram and bomber cannon available, but missing siege onager and heavy scorpion, so definitely a decent mix there for the Spanish. And their blacksmith is fully teched out, once again proving how strong the Spanish can be in late game with all the different options on this tech tree. Fully teched out blacksmith, and they don't even cost gold to get all these precious upgrades. The dock has all the upgrades available, which is amazing. So although you don't get any direct bonus for the water, you have all the options available to you. The university is pretty average, missing siege engineers, but you do get bomber tower, which is nice. And then for the conquistador, basically the conquistador is the main strength of the Spanish. It costs 60 food and 70 gold. Think of it as a mounted hand cannoneer, but it does a ton of damage, and the biggest strength of the conquistador is that it doesn't need a lot of upgrades to actually do a lot of damage. In fact, it needs no upgrades for its damage, and the only thing that affects its damage output is the elite upgrade. And so it's just a really strong unit right out the gate that comes out and is incredibly hard to deal with. Its biggest weakness is going to be skirms and monks if they can land the conversions. However, monks are a bit of a double-edged sword, because if you run up close, you can pretty much 2 or 3 shot the monk, or 1 shot the monk with 2 or 3 conquistadors, I should say. Their monastery is once again fully teched out with all the technologies available, as well as the missionary. Now the missionary is just a mounted monk, and he can't pick up relics, but he has 7 range and he can convert units and heal units like a regular monk. So having less range but more mobility can make him pretty decent in certain areas. He also benefits from husbandry and bloodlines from the stable, so he has a little bit of extra upgrades that go into him, but it does make him stronger on paper than the actual monk. And as far as the eco upgrades go, they have pretty much all you'll need, so there's not really a big issue there. So now that we've taken a look at the tech tree, let's go ahead and think about what the strengths of the Spanish are and some of their biggest weaknesses when playing maybe some 1v1 Arabia games or just a little bit more of a team game situation as well for them. So the thing you have to understand right off the bat is that for your 1v1 games, your Spanish is basically down a whole team bonus because that only helps with your trade. Unless you're trading with the enemy, you're not going to be able to make use of that. So it's a very risky bonus to take advantage of in 1v1, and we're essentially down a bonus right off the bat. This isn't a big deal because we do have a few other bonuses to work with that are pretty solid. However, once again, another weakness of the Spanish, those bonuses tend to only kick in very well in the mid and late game, because early game you're not going to be saving too much gold from your blacksmith. Most of the upgrades only cost food and a little bit of gold, and the building bonus that you get, building a little bit faster, doesn't really help out too much in the early game when you have so few builds anyways that you're not going to be building that many buildings or that much big buildings that actually save you a lot of time when you have that building bonus come in. It does, however, help with the tower rush, which is somewhat nice. And of course, one last weakness for the Spanish in the early game is the fact that they're lacking crossbow. Really limits their options as to what you can go for in that early game. To play around these weaknesses, we now have to think about some of the strengths that the Spanish have, just to kind of understand how we want to play to avoid our weaknesses and play towards our strengths. Now, the biggest strength for the Spanish is by far their unique unit, the Conquistador. So in every single game you play as the Spanish, you need to be thinking, how can I get to Conquistador in a timely manner and while staying safe and not being too predictable? You do have a couple options that are pretty solid in Castle Age. One of them is going to be Knight Skirm. The other one is just going to be to boom it up. And the third that are pretty solid in Castle Age. One of them is going to be Knight Skirm. The other one is just going to be to boom it up. And the third one is going to be to run into Conquistadors as fast as you can with a castle drop. Now, to get to these positions, common openings with the Spanish are as follows. Scout rush into fully walling your base, and then maybe a few skirms to defend if your opponent has some archers on the field. You can also go for a tower rush, which is not a bad option because it sets you up on stone. So after your tower rush is over, you can have a decent development at home, up to Castle Age, and then just drop the castle because you're already mining stone. And you can also build a couple defensive towers to help protect you against some archers. Once you get to the Castle Age, going for Conquistadors and mixing in some monks and siege to help out is a really good tactic. I wouldn't advise rushing to Conquistadors with the Spanish, however, because although it's their biggest strength, it could also be extremely predictable. Similar to how the Goths are predictable with their infantry, the Spanish are pretty predictable with their Conquistadors. So if you're playing against a competent opponent, he's going to be aware of the threat of the Conquistador and prepare accordingly. So my biggest advice for the Spanish is to try to mix it up in the early game and find a way to get to the Conquistador in which your opponent can't already have a ready counter. The biggest counters to the Conquistador is, as I mentioned, the Skirmisher and monks with upgrades. So if you just keep him off Skirmisher, it can be very good to go for your Conquistador, and that does very well against massed archers once you get the +2 defense on it, as well as bloodlines and husbandry in that mid game. So the biggest game plan with the Spanish is to really go for a solid opening that lets you play somewhat more defensively in the early game. Even a tower rush can be a defensive opening because you can use that initial tower rush to buy yourself time and secure your map at home. The worst thing you can do with the Spanish is enter an all-out feudal war with your opponent, and where you're going for a ton of scouts, a ton of archers, because of course you can't upgrade those archers and you get no bonuses in the feudal age to help you with your scout play compared to some other civilizations that could have a ton of bonuses, like the Huns who don't need houses and the Magyars who are getting all that discount on their scouts. So it's really not the best full feudal scout civilization, and not the best civilization to stay stuck in feudal age that long as well. One of the biggest downsides I haven't mentioned as far as the staying extended feudal age fights is the fact that you still want to go Conquistadors in Castle Age, but if you do an extended feudal age, your opponent will have a ton of resources and a ton of army already out on the field, and so by the time you build your castle and start massing your Conquistadors, it might be too late and you'll miss that crucial timing that you have to mass your Conquistadors and be able to pressure your opponent with them. So it's really a unit that depends a lot on the timing. You can't go too early into them and you can't go too late into them. The best Spanish players find the right timing to hit with the Conquistador where they're hard to counter and also a little bit hard to predict as well. Alright, so now that we know where the strengths of the Spanish lie, mainly in the Conquistador and some Knight, Monk, and Siege play in the mid game, let's take a look at some of their power spikes as well as their late game options so you guys know what to do past that initial game plan. Now, their biggest power spike is, once again, the Conquistador in that early Castle Age. Drop the castle, make the Conquistador, and I highly recommend that you pair it up with Monk when you're up against Knights or Cav Archers or something that's like a very expensive unit. And if you're up against mass Skirmishers or mass Crossbow, just mix in some Siege and you'll be totally fine. Mangonel and Conquistador is a really strong composition, and then monks to help get some conversions and pick up relics is a really smart thing to do when you have map control when your opponent is going for cavalry units. If for whatever reason Conquistador isn't great in this matchup or you don't have access to stone, then definitely just stick with their stable units and mix in some monks or missionaries to help you control the game, heal up your units, and pick up some relics, because we need to have a solid setup into late game to make use of the Spanish broad tech tree. Past that initial Conquistador power spike, unfortunately Spanish don't have a very nice secondary power spike, and so my best recommendation for this Civilization is to really just try to drag the game into late game and make use of the fact that you're saving so much gold on the blacksmith upgrades and the fact that you have a ton of options in the late game. You have fully upgraded skirmishers, you have very strong cav archers, you have conquistadors, you can mass and go for elite conk, you have supremacy on your villagers, which lets you go for effective bombard tower rushes or just keeps you secure from raids, which is a really good plus in that late game. You also have fully upgraded paladin and hussar, and you also have infantry like halberdier and champion that are fully upgraded. As you can see, a ton of options to work with, not to mention their strong siege with siege ram and bombard cannon. So like I said, make use of that initial power spec of the conquistadors, and if for whatever reason, if that doesn't work, if you can't end the game with that, just develop into a late game where you can choose from all the different options you have to set yourself up against whatever your opponent is going for. Make sure to constantly scout your opponents and to be able to actively counter what they're going for.
You want to learn the build order on how to rush down your opponent with towers in competitive Age of Empires 2 multiplayer? Well then keep watching, because I'll not only show you the build order but also how to best place and defend your towers and which civilizations to pick for it. And if this is the first video in the series for you, I need to tell you, we'll do it all in less than 10 minutes. So let's fire this up. So here we are on Arabia, the standard land map, and definitely a good choice for a tower rush given that resources are pretty exposed, including the golds, berries and woodlines. You know the drill, you'll find the build order chart down at the bottom, and let's get going. The starting villagers, as always, will build a couple of houses to kill the time until we get the first sheep under the TC, and we send the other sheep as well as the scout out to find our additional resources. The first 3 villagers out of the TC will also go on food. Remember, we need 6 villagers on food for steady villager production. As for the rest of the build order, you'll notice once again that it's almost identical to my fast feudal build, with the only difference being that we're going to have 3 on wood instead of 2, since we want to include a barracks and militia into our build order. And this brings me to a critical point of this video already.
Alright everyone, listen up!
Many build orders for fast feudal towers will be a naked tower rush, and no, this does not mean playing Age of Empires 2 without any clothes on, but it means you're sending vills and building the towers without any support units. The problem is that a tower rush is already a very vulnerable strategy, and towers actually get killed fairly easily by enemy villagers, so without any support units, it's really easy for your opponent to defend, and that's why this build order will include 3 militia to protect both our villages and the towers. Now, as I mentioned, the next 3 villages go to the closest wood line. Remember to place your lumber camp bang on the trees without any gap. The civilization we're playing here, by the way, are the Bulgarians. If you've watched any of my other build videos, you know that I usually pick a civ that doesn't impact the build order. At hand to demonstrate that you can literally do it with any civ. As for the case of a tower rush though, I will argue there's really no point to play it with a generic civilization, since it's already a risky play to make and you'll need some sort of advantage to make it work. For Bulgarians in particular, it's that their militia upgrade to men-at-arms for free and automatically once you hit feudal age, so nothing impacting the towers themselves but the supporting units. Let's briefly take a look at other strong civilizations to do a tower rush with. The classics here are the Koreans, where their villagers get +3 line of sight, which helps with the tower placements. The stone miners work 20% faster, and tower upgrades are free. So if your towers survive into Castle Age, that is pretty juicy. Castle Age, that is pretty juicy. Byzantines are another good choice here, by the way. Their buildings have +20% HP in feudal, and town watch is free. Incas also make the list. Their buildings cost 15% less stone, and finally Teutons, where you can garrison more than 5 villages. You've seen it here on screen. We've sent the next villager to build a house near the forward boar and will then lure the boar. The next few villagers will go again on to hunt under the TC. On the topic of deer luring, you realistically will only have time to lure 1 or 2 deer. After that, your scout has to have brought in your other sheep and needs to go and scout your opponent's base. You know this from a drush already, but a tower rush is even more critical on this point, because you don't only want to know where your opponent is, but also where their key resources are, so you know what to target. With towers, you will usually either target their berries, main gold, or woodlines. So it's important to have your choice ready when you send your vills forward, and that's only possible if you've sent your scout over early, and of course, you don't want to lose it. As for most build orders, I think it's important that it works with minor imperfections as well. In this demonstration, the rotting of my hunt is definitely one of them. Doing that just for you. We bring in the second boar before the barracks here and then add one more villager onto food, and you can see it here already, my scout is now heading towards the opponent base. Villager number 16 will now go and build the barracks. Strike the balance here between building it nice and close to the TC and making it part of your house wall. On an ideal map with a forward main gold, you build your barracks right next to that and use the building villager to then collect 10 gold on its way back. That's because after researching Loom, we only have 50 gold, but we need 60 for 3 militia. Here the map isn't ideal for that, so we just take one of the food villagers to get the 10 gold in a second and have the barracks villager return to hunt. You already saw it, we also took one of our lumberjacks to build a house, and all following vills will go on to hunt until we have 20 villagers in total, not 20 pop, but 20 villagers. As for Loom, I would do it right before clicking up here, since your villagers are a bit exposed as they travel across the map to build the towers, and they also might get attacked the second they start building the first tower. Also, this means you have the peace of mind of having enough food to click up smoothly. Quickly looking at the barracks, it's important to only queue up 2 militia and wait for the third one until you've made sure you can click up after Loom and you're not delaying your uptime because of the third unit. Meanwhile, you can see on the minimap we're getting a pretty good picture of our opponent's base already, and it looks like there are 2 forward wood lines which might make a good target. And we're about to click up now, and that means the great rebalancing is about to commence. What we'll have to do here is address the lack of wood, stone, and running out of hunt. On the hunt, you should ideally finish the hunt first and then go on to the mill, especially if you have a lot of rotting like I do here, so do as I say and not as I do. For the purpose of this demonstration though, it doesn't really change anything, so we'll keep going. We send 7 vills onto berries, or ideally 4 to 5, and keep finishing the hunt first. And we send 4 vills to wood to have 6 in total, and we send 3 vills to stone, and the remaining 4 villagers start going forward in a second. A quick word on how many we put on stone here. A tower rush can end after 1 tower, or you'll get to multiple towers, so by sending too many villagers onto stone, you will sometimes risk delaying your castle age uptime for nothing because you don't end up building those towers, and then you're just banking stone. That's why I often start with just 1 or 2 villagers on stone. Also because Bulgarian TCs are cheaper, so I don't need to recoup as much stone anyway. If I realize my tower rush will likely keep going, I then add more villagers to stone. You'll see that pretty quickly from the reaction of your opponent. But to make sure you can do this with other civilizations as well, and you'll have the stone to build TCs, just put 3 on stone here. On the amount of villagers you're sending forward. Sending any more vills forward than 4 in this case will usually hurt your economy and your follow-up too much. So I find 4 to be a pretty good balance. In this case, I even cause a bit of idle time when I build my tower here in a sec, since I'm placing it into the woodline nuke. Nuke? Nuke! Arena players. Anyway, so that's the rebalancing done, and now comes the fun bit. We have to decide where to put our towers. As mentioned already, the choices broadly are gold, berries, and woodlines. I personally like how vulnerable the woodlines are on this map, so we'll try and cut those off. Broadly speaking, you can place your towers in one of 2 ways. Number 1 is you place it as a standalone onto a woodline or other hard resource, protect it to as many sides as possible by those resources, and then you palisade the additional open sides. Or you place your towers within reach of each other so that they protect each other. Even in this case, obviously you wall them in with palisades. In the demo here you can see that we're opting for the woodline, because once we have towered both woodlines, our opponent will have a really hard time to get to wood, and we force them to use the market or their straggler trees. Note here that the job of the men-at-arms is by no means to go and hunt down villagers, but it's just to protect your tower and your villagers. If they weren't there, your opponent would simply send forward 10 villagers onto your first tower, and that's that. Back at home, by the way, build out your economy by sending villagers onto the woodline and stragglers while adding farms whenever you can. You can also see here how the tower spot is perfect, but it does mean that not all villagers have access to building it at the same time. If that happens, ideally just use your other villagers to build a house or do something else useful and not look like this. Once we have placed this tower and the next one onto the second woodline and walled both of them in, we have a decision to make, and that is whether we want to push up a third tower onto a nearby gold or something else, or focus on our uptime. I personally think in this case the 2 woodline towers will do enough damage, and one of them is even in the reach of the berries. So the marginal reward of placing a third tower doesn't really justify it, and we should rather stop going on stone and focus on our uptime. But for the purpose of this demonstration, we'll go ahead with a third one here in a minute as well. While we watch the next towers go up, let's talk about how to defend against the tower rush so we can decide on the next steps against the attacker. Broadly, your opponent will do one of 5 things. Number 1 is fight with villagers, since they probably don't have any units yet. Number 2 is to place a counter tower. Number 3 is to solely focus on Castle Age, which is quite risky. Number 4 is to prevent follow-up towers with feudal age units such as scouts or archers. And number 5 is to simply counter-attack your base and try to get to Castle Age. Broadly speaking, no matter what they do, the basic truth is the first guy to get to Castle Age wins the game. And that's because knights or siege easily take down towers, especially feudal age towers, and your economy at home. And if you don't believe me, believe the man who coined the phrase.
Usually the first guy to hit Castle Age is the guy who wins the game.
That's right, there you go. As for your follow-up from here, once you've placed your towers, you will quickly see what your opponent does as a reaction. If they're going full on feudal age units, make sure you build some counters to that at home, but otherwise just focus on getting to Castle Age as fast as you can, rather than adding units proactively in feudal age. It's also a good idea to wall up, particularly once you've seen that your opponent is going for units. And that's it, the tower rush in less than 10 minutes. As always, play whack-a-mole with all these positive buttons down there, like, subscribe, comment,
All right, we got 17 strats in the queue. I can't believe it. The chat has just come up like very clutch today. Burgundians restore. Oh my goodness.
Thunderclap Grenadier, just so we have it on the queue.
Oh my goodness. I have 18 strats in the queue, guys. I have like literally a billion strats to get through today. And tomorrow's my day off. And oh, on weekend I'm going to be casting. So a lot of these strats will be done next Monday. Will you guys remember to be there next Monday? We call it work. We call it work. All right, same plan next week. Yeah, pretty much. I'm loving the Pixiv. I think it's so much fun. It lets me experiment with a bunch of new strategies. And I appreciate that. All right. Let's bring those guys in. Romans, Burgundians. Can I do Flemish militia versus Romans with towers? I think I can, actually. I think it could be a decent strat. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Flemish militia and towers. Alright. Let's do it. Good morning, Hera. Do you play AB2 on Fridays, even if you don't stream? No, normally I don't. Normally I have to disconnect completely, but sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. If there's something special going on, I might check it out. Or if I have to practice for a tournament, I do.
Tartars FC, Flaming Camels.
FC Flaming Camels. You know, I only get that in Imp. What are you talking about, FC Flaming Camels? It's an Imperial Age unit. You sent in the strategy and you don't even know where to make the unit from. Haxidus. Haxidus, tell me right now without Googling, which building do you make the Flaming Camel from? Tell me right now. If you get it wrong, I'm not doing the strat. Tell me right now which building. No one help him. No one help him. Haxidus, don't. You have to answer right now. You have 5 seconds. Damn it. 5 seconds. Where do I make the Flaming Camel from? Castle. He got it wrong. That is just a classic. That is just a class. You don't know shit about the Flaming Camel. And you want me to go fast Castle Flaming Camel. My goodness, Haxidus. My goodness. It's from the dock, obviously. What a dumbass. No, I'm kidding. It's from the Siege Workshop. But I'll add it in anyway. What are we looking at? Thunderclap, Grenadier, and then Flaming Camels. I'm not fast Castle Flaming Camels, but I'll get there for you. Alright. Hey, bro, how much for fast feudal into Trebs? Bro, can you make Trebs out of the barracks, please? God, I gotta whip my viewers into shape. Is my build even good here? I think I might need to make an extra house on the front, just in case. But I think 20 with Doom should be good. Okay. All right, man. Yo, what's up, Luigi? How's it going, bro? What a nice day today to be playing some AoE. Don't hit my Vil. It's ranked, smiley face. Who was there for the Chateau Forward Barracks incident yesterday? I need to put that one to YouTube. That was such a funny sequence. Yeah, do it like that. I don't think I've done bad manners like that in a while. I missed it. Oh, it was good stuff. What happened? How do I even explain it? Still such a good lad. He handled it well, I have to say. He gained a lot of respect. I don't even know how to explain it to the people who missed it. I think you just had to be there. Is there any hero worth it to play? You never see them? I think they're all worth play in certain situations when you have extra res in late game. Okay. Bro, that tree. Alright. It somehow made it to MDL stream like 14 hours later. Oh, really? It was MDL reacting to it? I like that, man. We need more banter amongst pros. It's too dry. The viewers want to be entertained. They need someone to... They need people to go at it. So I'm gonna go Flemish Militia and Towers. How do I do that? Probably need a couple on gold, yeah? But my opponent is fully walled. So I think what we do is we just like go forward with 4 vills and then make the Flemish Militia on the way up. Or like, you just make them. So let's go forward with a few vills. I'm gonna have good economy while making this unit. How do I make it? R. No, R is bad. One sec, I have to change that hotkey. Hotkeys. Barracks. That's T. And then while I'm at it, villager build. I have to change this one as well. Donjon. Donjon has to be the same as the tower. What's my tower hotkey? E. Bro, I did not know that. Alright. I just click it. I know where it is on the keyboard, but I don't know what it actually is. Alright. My bad, bro. Alright, we're gonna come forward. I'm probably gonna attack him from here because there's a stone and berries. I think that's probably worth it. I'm gonna start adding in these Flemish Militia. It's just like a backup. And I think I can get good economy behind it as well. It is not like an all-in play. I want to have good economy behind it. I think just 2 on gold is enough. Probably 3 on gold is like perfect for production, but I don't need perfect production of it. I think he's trying to FC. Oh, you got a hit there. He's not doing anything. He's just like chilling. But I don't think he's up to the next stage. There's no way. I'm gonna give this up because there's no way I'm gonna win it. Actually, if he goes back, I'm gonna go back in. Because basically the whole like point of playing this tower style is that you're trying to bother your opponent as much as possible. Alright, let's make more Flemish Militia. They're quite strong. 5 attack. Let's go harass this. Yeah, Gates will die, then I'll do the house afterwards. And my economy behind this should be insane as well. The best part is these units become much stronger in Castle Age, so I just make a bunch now, damage a bunch of these buildings, force the walls, and then they become really strong in Castle Age, so it's a really good investment. I like this strat a lot. This strat has potential for sure. Especially against the guy looking to play passive, like my opponent. Here. Did he get fletching? I'm not even sure. No, he doesn't have it. So I'm just getting a lot of value. I can even get arson. It's not bad. Just arson to knock down buildings a bit faster. Plus 2 attack for very cheap. So I'm just getting a lot of value. I can even get arson. No, he doesn't have it. So I'm just getting a lot of value. I can even get arson. It's not bad. Just arson to knock down buildings a bit faster. Plus 2 attack for very cheap. Bit too much on stone, I think. Ended up not needing that much. All of this damage is insane. Perfect with the scout. Yeah, forcing a range. Yeah, forcing so much. I think I might just leave, by the way. Go on this side. Because I will probably lose that tower war, and I think I can get good pressure on this side with towers. Wheelbarrow would be nice. We need a blacksmith next. So we lost that tower war, but it's not a big deal. I'm idling so many of his bills. And for me, only 4 bills idle. The rest are working very efficiently. Blacksmith in the front. Beautiful. I don't know how many more Flemish militia I want to make. I'll probably make a couple more, though. Why not? I'm getting so much pressure. And these are better than Men-at-Arms because they perform better in Castle Age than Men-at-Arms. And they don't require an upgrade, so it's much better. Much better than Men-at-Arms, in fact. I'm completely destroying his buildings. Please. 3, 2, 1. Kill the bill, I think. Kill the barracks. Alright, that's enough. Now we can go up. Markets, very useful. I can just go for this tower, no? He can't stop me. Unless it's walled in, he can't stop me. Yeah, we got it. Nice. Good armor, good attack. This is huge. So much pressure. Wow. He's falling apart big time here. Blacksmith after. I'm gonna continue making some. Let's use my scout. I can use that guy now. Oh, maybe I can't really use that guy. Oh, he messed up. Do I have a Trush builder? I do. Two in Trush. Amazing build. Oh, his tower died. The mine's still up. Oh, he's so screwed, guys. So screwed. He's big screwed. Let's kill the chickens. Just in case. Just deny everything from my opponent. Let's go kill this stone mine as well. All using Flemish militia from one barracks. That's so much damage. Okay. Tower's fine. Let's go for the mill. Just kill everything I can. Get this, because why not? Okay, and after I can probably go university for guard tower. I think that would be a good transition in here. He's up to castle. What does the castle give him? Probably siege workshop is what he needs instantly. Siege workshop, knights. Knights don't cut it though. I think this unit beats knights. Like hard, in fact. I think he needs siege. It's the only thing he can do. So, okay, to counter siege, we need guard tower immediately. So I'll just go for guard tower right away. University. This unit instantly upgrades 8 attack now. Really strong. Kind of like how the Eagle Warrior gets stronger when you age up. We get extra armor. The knights will do nothing, like literally nothing, by the way. And behind it, we can pick up relics because we're Burgundians. Don't forget it. So all this pressure is really useful to help us pick up relics freely. I love the strat a lot, actually. Wow. Yeah, the knights are just not it. And they're very expensive. My units are very cheap. Wow, wow, wow. Love this unit. I think that tower might be in range of the town center. Guard tower is a must. There we go. Guard tower's coming in. And behind it, we can just take all the relics. What a nice strat. I mean, my opponent literally has nothing left. That tower is really strong, though. I can't beat that tower. Okay, guard tower's in. Yeah, siege workshop is really good. Probably his best play. He can't range me if I attack on this side. Yeah, good. Let's go try to kill this tower now. I don't even know where to tower, where to continue. Maybe I'll just outpost on the side. Take his relics. Ooh, a fish boom in the corner. Okay, we're gonna stop that very soon. Mangonel's out. I saw the fish boom. I think that was the last straw. If he kept the fish boom alive, maybe he'd be fine. But the fish boom, I think once that dies, he's completely dead because then he can't make any builds. Really, really fun game, guys. Really fun game. Let's get a GG in the chat. I think this one's gonna be a YouTube game, just because of how interesting the strategy is. And we punished the fish boom so hard.
Fra.
I bati. Sì, i bati.
Sì.
Sì, immediatamente. Fra, i Sopras, i vari, i coi. Buongiorno.
Vosotros. Buongiorno. Si, chas. I va. Si, immédiatement. Vosotros. Buongiorno. Si, immédiatement. Fra. I va. I recoil. Vosotros. Si. Si, i va. Immédiatement. Si, chas. Fra. I recoil. Buongiorno. I recoil. I chasse. Vosotros. I chasse. I chasse. Si. I batti, i bouge du bois. Buongiorno. I chasse.
Fra, i convati, i immediatement. I bati. I recoil. Buongiorno. Immediatement. Si, i chat. Si, i vari. Immediatement. Fra, i bouge du beau. Si, i convati. Buongiorno. Immediatement. Vosotros. Immediatement. Si, i vari. Si, i convati. I chat. Fra.
Si va. I recoil.
Vosotros. Immediatement. Buongiorno. I recoil. Si, i compre. I batti. Buongiorno. I batti. I recoil. I batti. I recoil.
Vosotros. I recoil. Fra. Immédiat. Bouge du bois.
Vosotros. Immediatement. Si, i compre. I bouge du beau. Si.
Si. I va. I recoil. Buongiorno. I va. Si. I compre.
Buongiorno. Fra. I recoil.
I recoil. Si. Si. Immédiatement. I bouge du bois. Buongiorno. Si. I bouge du bois.
Si.
I va. Immediat. Si. I batti. I mine.
Vos ordres immédiatement. I batti. Et recoil.
Fra i recoil. I recoil. Sì.
Buongiorno. Immédiatement. I batti. I bouche du beau. Fra. I vai. E recoil.
Vos ordres.
Immédiatement.
Buongiorno.
I vai. Et recoil. Immédiatement. I vai.
Vos ordres. I batti. Fra. I batti. Sì. I batti. I batti. I batti. I bouge du bois. Buongiorno.
Vos ordres. Si. Vos ordres.
Sì, mastru, i compru.
Immédiatement. I vai.
Avutavis, sì, mastru.
Fra.
I va. Sì. I batti.
Sì,
Si. I compre.
avutavis, i compru.
Si. I vai. Immédiatement.
Vosot, sì, mastru.
Vos ordres. Si. I compre. I batti.
Sì. Vosot, i compru, sì, i compru. Sì, mastru. Avutavis, compru. Sì. Evanze, sì, mastru.
Fra.
Vosot, compru. Sì. Avutavis. Avutavis.
Sì, immédiatement.
Buongiorno. Fra. Immédiatement. I batti. Si. I vai. Immédiatement. I batti. I mine. Fra. I batti. I mine.
Vos ordres.
Sì.
Fra. I batti. I mini.
Vosot, sì. Vosot. Avutavis, sì, mastru. Sì.
Si. I batti.
Sì. I batti.
Vos ordres. I batti. I batti. I batti. I batti. I batti. I batti. I batti.
Vosot. Sì. Vosot, i compru. Sì, Evanze. Avutavis.
I batti.
Vosot, sì, compru. I compru. Sì, mastru. Sì, compru.
Buongiorno. I compre. I batti.
Sì, vosot, i compru. Sì, mastru. I compru. Sì, mastru.
Fra.
Avutavis.
Si. I vai. I batti.
Sì, i compru. Avutavis, i compru. Sì, mastru. Evanze. I compru. Sì, mastru. Vosot, i compru. Ive, sì, mastro. Ive, sì, mastro. E tacce. Sì, i compru. Sì, mastro. Sì. I compru. Sì, mastro. Evanze, sì, mastro. E tacce. Ive, i compru.
Buongiorno.
I vai. Si compra. I bati. I bati.
Sì, Zod.
Sì, i bati.
Davis. Zod. E tacce. Evanze. Davis, sì. Davis. E tacce.
Pra, immédiatement. I bati. I bati. I bati. I bati.
Zod, sì, mastro. I compru. Sì, mastro. I compru. Sì. Zod, sì, mastro. I compru. Sì, mastro. I compru. Mastro. I compru. E tacce.
Immediatamente. I bati. I bati. I bati.
Sì, Zod, sì. Sì, mastro. I compru. Sì, mastro. I compru. Sì, mastro. I compru. Sì, ma i compru.
Sì, immédiatement. Immédiatement. I compru. Immédiatement. I bati.
Zod, sì, i compru. Service. Zod, sì, i compru. I compru. Sì, mastro, i compru. E tacce.
Vos ordres. Buongiorno. I vai. Sì, i vai. Immédiatement. Immédiatement. I bati.
Vos ordres. I vai. I bati.
Davis.
Sì, i vai. I bati. Buongiorno. I vai.
Sì, Davis. Sì, mastro. Sì. Zod, compru. Sì, ma i compru. Ive. Evanze. Sì, mastro. Sì, mastro. Sì, mastro. Sì, Davis. Compru. Sì, Ive. Sì, mastro. Davis. Mastro. I compru. Zod. Evanze. Evanze. Tacce. Davis. Evanze. Zod. Evanze. Tacce. Sì. Evanze. Davis. Sì, mastro. I compru. Sì, mastro. I compru. Mastro. Zod. Ive. E tacce. E tacce. Davis. Sì, mastro. E tacce.
Vos ordres. Immédiatement. I bati.
Zod. Sì. Zod. E tacce. E tacce. Evanze. Sì. Evanze. E tacce.
Buongiorno.
Sì. Evanze. Evanze. Zod. Evanze. 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 E tacce. Evanze.
Sì,
Immediatamente.
Davis. Evanze. E tacce. Evanze. E tacce. Sì. Bozot, Abuzavi, Avanzi. Sì, mastru. I compru, Avanzi, Bozot. Abuzavi, sì. Bozot, Avanzi. Abuzavi, Avanzi. Sì, I compru, Avanzi. Bozot, sì, mastru. Avanzi, I compru, mastru. Avanzi, Bozot, I compru, sì, mastru. Abuzavi.
Buongiorno.
I baci, sì, i baci.
Ra.
I baci, i recoil. Ra, i baci, i recoil. Vosotros, i recoil. Ra, i baci, i recoil. Vosotros,
Recoil.
sì. I baci, i bouge du bois, i baci. I bouge du bois.
Vos ordres? Ra, si, i vai.
Buongiorno, Iroquois.
Bonjour, immédiatement. I batti. Vos ordres?
Si. Si, i va. Si, i va. Immediatement. Bouge du bois.
Si. Vos ordres? I va. Chasse. I vai. Buongiorno, immédiatement.
Vos
Immédiatement.
ordres? Ra. I compre.
Ra, i va. Immédiatement. Si, chasse. Si.
Iroquois. Iroquois. Buongiorno.
Iroquois.
Vos ordres? Chasse. Iroquois. Si.
Ra.
Iroquois. Ra. I va. I chasse. I va. I va. Immédiat. Si. Compre. Buongiorno. I va. Immediatement. Si. I va. Si. Buongiorno. Vos ordres? I va. Ra.
Vos ordres?
Iroquois. I chasse. Iroquois.
Buongiorno, immédiatement. I va. I batti. Iroquois.
Si. Immédiatement. I batti. I bouge du bois. Vos ordres? Buongiorno. Ra. I batti. Iroquois. Vos ordres? Si. I bouge du bois. I batti. I batti. Iroquois.
Si.
I batti. Iroquois.
Buongiorno, i batti. Iroquois. Ra. Si.
Ra.
I compre. Iroquois. Iroquois.
Si. Iroquois. Buongiorno.
Iroquois. Immédiatement. Iroquois.
Si. Vos ordres? Iroquois. Iroquois. I va. Si. I va. Immédiatement. I bouge du bois. Ra. Buongiorno. I va. I compre. Immédiatement.
Vos ordres? I va. Immédiatement. I compre. I bouge du bois. Buongiorno. I va. Immédiatement. Si. I compre. Si. I mine. I batti. I mine.
Ra. I batti. Vos ordres? Buongiorno. I va. Immédiatement. Ra. I compre. I compre. Immédiatement. Vos ordres? Si.
I va. Iroquois. Si. Immédiatement.
Vos ordres?
I va. I batti. Vos ordres? Ra.
Si. I va. Compre. Immédiatement. Si. I va. I batti.
Si. Immédiatement. I batti.
Buongiorno. Compre. Bouge du bois.
Ra. I bouge du bois.
va immédiatement. Si, compre. Fra, il va immédiatement. I bati.
Sì, sì, mastro.
Vos ordres sont prêts. Bouge du beau.
Si, immédiatement. Il bouge du beau. Vos ordres. Bouge du beau. I bati.
Vos ordres, sì, compro. Sì, mastro. Sì, compro. Vos ordres, sì. Davis,
Vos ordres.
sì. Vos ordres, Davis, sì.
Fra,
I recueil. I vai.
si.
Davis, compro. Sì, mastro. Vos ordres, sì, compro. Davis, sì.
Buongiorno. I bati. Fra, immédiatement. I bati. Vos ordres. Si, i bati.
Buongiorno. I bati.
Si. I bati.
Vos ordres. Sì, Davis. Sì. Vos ordres. Davis, sì, mastro. Sì, mastro. I compro. Arrivanze. I compro. Vos ordres. Sì, mastro. I compro. Sì, mastro. Sì, compro. Sì, mastro. I compro. E tacce.
Buongiorno. Immédiatement. I bati.
Vos ordres. Sì, Davis. Vos ordres. Sì. Arrivanze.
Vos ordres.
Davis. Sì. Davis. Arrivanze.
Si. I bati. I mine. Vos ordres.
Immédiatement. I bati. Si, va. I bati.
Vos ordres, Davis. Sì, mastro. E tacce. Sì. E tacce. Vos ordres, Davis.
I vai. Immédiatement. Compre. Fra, immédiatement. Si.
Sì, Davis. Vos ordres. Sì. Davis. Sì.
Fra.
I bati.
Vos ordres. Sì, compro. Sì, mastro. Davis. Vos ordres.
Si, i va.
Sì.
I va. Si, i bati.
Davis. E tacce. E tacce.
Buongiorno. Si. Vos ordres. Si.
Vos ordres. Arrivanze.
Buongiorno.
Compre.
Sì. Vos ordres. I compro. Sì, mastro. E tacce. I compro. Sì, mastro. Compro. Sì, mastro. Arrivanze.
Buongiorno. Compre. I bati.
Sì, Davis. Davis. Vos ordres. Compro. Arrivanze.
Ibati.
Service.
Fra. Ibati. Ibati. Ibati.
Sì, service. Sì. Service.
Sì. Ibati.
Sì. Etacci. Uzot. Sì. Arm. Evanze. Ive. Sì, mastro. Uzot. Etacci. Service. Sì, compru. Evanze. Etacci. Evanze.
Buongiorno.
Icomprö.
Sì. Avutavis. Uzot. Sì. I compru. Ive. Sì, mastro. Uzot. Sì, mastro. Avutavis. Sì, mastro. Ive. Sì, mastro. Sì, mastro. I compru. Sì, mastro. I compru. Sì, Ive. Sì, mastro. Avutavis. Sì, mastro. Ive. I compru. Evanze.
Vos ordres. Fra. Immédiatement.
Sì, Uzot. Avutavis. Uzot. Sì, mastro. Sì. Uzot. Sì, i compru. Avutavis. Sì, mastro.
Sì. Ibati.
Uzot. I compru.
Vos ordres. Compre. Ibati.
Avutavis. Etacci.
Fra. Ibati. 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 Ibati.
Sì, Uzot. Sì, mastro. Etacci. Avutavis. Sì, mastro. Evanze. Uzot. Avutavis. Etacci. Evanze. I compru.
Buongiorno.
Uzot. I compru. Sì, mastro. Sì, mastro. I compru. I compru. Sì, mastro.
Buongiorno. Ibati. Ibati.
Sì. Ivai. Ibati. Ibati. Icuti. Vos ordres. Ibati. 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 Icuti.
Sì, i compru. Evanze.
Fra.
Ibati. Ibati.
Sì, Uzot. Sì, mastro. I compru. Etacci. Uzot. Sì, Travis. Sì, Etacci. Uzot.
Sì. Ivai. Sì. Immédiatement. Sì. Ivai. Immédiatement. Compre. Iva. Immédiatement. Compre.
Sì. Evanze. Travis. Uzot. I compru. Etacci. Travis. I compru.
Fra. Ibati.
Sì. Etacci. I compru. Sì, mastro. Sì, mastro. Evanze. Etacci. Uzot. Etacci. Sì, mastro. I compru. Sì, mastro. Travis. Evanze. Sì, i compru. Sì. Etacci. Evanze. Uzot. Sì. Etacci. I compru. Etacci. Uzot. Sì, i compru. Etacci. Evanze. Evanze.
Buongiorno.
Sì. Sì, mastro. Etacci. Uzot. Travis. Sì, mastro. Uzot. Travis. Sì. Uzot. Compru. Evanze. Sì. Evanze. Travis. Compru. Etacci. Uzot. Ive. Sì, mastro. E tace. Sì. Vosot. I compru. E tace.
Vosotros.
Ibati. Ra Ivai. Ibati. Tipu. Tibo.
Tavis.
Sì, Ibati. Buongiorno. Ibati. Vosotros. Ibati Rocoil. Bonjour, il recoil. Il recoil.
Vos
Il
ordres.
recoil. Il recoil.
Bonjour. Immédiatement. I batti. I bouche du beau.
Il recoil. Vos ordres. Il recoil. Il recoil. Fra.
I batti. I bouche du beau.
Si, i batti. Bouge du beau. Bonjour. Immédiatement. Il va. Il va. Immédiatement. Fra. Si.
I recoil. I recoil.
Vos ordres. Fra. Bonjour. Si. Il recoil. Si. Vos ordres. Il va. Immédiatement. Fra. Il recoil. Bonjour. Vos ordres? Si, il va. Il va. Il recoil. Bonjour. Fra. Il recoil. Si, il chasse. Il va. Il recoil. Vos ordres? Immédiat. Bouge du beau. Bonjour. Si, vai. I batti. I bouge du beau. Fra. Il recoil. Vos ordres? Si, immédiat. Il recoil. I va. Il recoil. Si, compre. I batti. I bouge du beau. Vos ordres? Il chasse. Bonjour. Il bouge du beau. Si, il chasse. Immédiat chasse. Il recoil. Fra. Si, il chasse. Il recoil. Bonjour. Il recoil. Fra. Il bouge du beau. Si, il bouge du beau. Vos ordres? Il recoil. Fra. Il recoil.
Vos ordres. I batti.
Si, immédiat. Il recoil. Si, il bouge du beau.
Si, i vai.
Vos ordres? Bonjour. Il va. Immédiatement. Vos ordres? Il va. Si, il compre. Il va. Si, immédiatement. Si, immédiatement. Bonjour. Immédiatement.
I compre. Si, i bouche du beau. Bonjour.
Si, y vai. Si, y vai. Si, si, immédiatement. Vos ordres.
I
Bonjour.
vai. Si, immédiatement. I batti.
Tra. I batti.
Bonjour.
Si, i vai. I batti. Bonjour. I batti. I recueil. Vos ordres. Tra. I vai. Vos ordres. I vai. Si. I bouge du bois. I vai. Immédiatement. Si. 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 I vai. I va. I va.
Vos ordres. Si, y compreux. Ra.
I batti. I mine.
Bonjour.
I vai.
Ra.
I batti.
Si.
I batti.
Vos ordres, mastro. Tavis compru. Si, compru. Tavis compru. Avancez. Si, Tavis.
Vos ordres. I vai.
Vos ordres. Si, mastro. Si, mastro.
Bonjour. Immédiatement. I batti.
Bonjour. I batti.
Si, Tavis. I compru. Si, mastro. Si, compru. Tavis. Si, mastro. Si, vos ordres. I compru. Si, mastro. Tavis. Compru. Si, mastro. Vos ordres. Si, vos ordres. Si, mastro. I compru. Si, mastro. I compru. Si, mastro.
Immédiatement. I batti. I batti.
Si, Tavis. I compru. Si, mastro. Si, mastro.
Si.
I reparai. I vai.
Vos ordres. Si, mastro. Avancez. Tavis. I compru. Si, mastro. Si, vos ordres. Si, compru. Si, mastro. I compru. Si, mastro.
Vos ordres. I vai. Si, compre. I batti. I bouge du bois. Si, immédiatement. I batti.
Si, vos ordres. Tavis. Compru. Si, mastro. Si, I compru. Si, mastro.
Bonjour. I reparai. Si.
Vos ordres.
I reparai. Compre. Si. I batti. I mine. Tra. Si. I batti. I batti.
Vos ordres. Tavis. Avancez. Vos ordres. Si, mastro. Si, mastro. Tavis. I compru. Si, mastro.
Vos ordres. Immédiatement. I batti. Cultive.
Si. Avancez. Si. Avancez.
Bonjour. Tra. I vai. I bouge du bois.
Vos ordres. Si. Vos ordres. Avancez.
Vos ordres. Si. Vos ordres. Si. Immédiatement. Si.
Immédiatement. I vai. I compreux.
Tavis. Vos ordres. I compru. Si. Sim, compru. I compru. Sim, astru.
Fra.
Irreparabile. I batti.
Sì, sim, astru. I compru. Sim, astru.
Buongiorno.
Si, immédiatement. Batti.
Fra. Vosotros. I batti.
Usot service. Usot service. I compru. E tace.
Sì, immediatamente. Buongiorno. Irreparabile.
E tace. Sim, astru.
Buongiorno. I batti.
Fra. I batti. Vosotros. I batti.
Sì, sì. I compru. Sim, astru. I compru. Sim, astru. Service. Sì, usot. Service. Usot. Sì, i compru. Sim, astru. I compru. Sim, astru. I compru. Sim, astru. I compru. Sim, astru. Sim, astru. I compru. I compru. Sim, astru. I compru.
Sì, irreparabile.
Sì, usot. Sim, astru. Sim, astru. Sì, sim, compru. E tace.
Si, vai. I bouche du beau. I batti.
Fra.
I compru. Immédiatement. I mine.
Usot. I compru. I compru. Sì, usot. Sim, astru. I compru. Astru.
Buongiorno. Irreparabile. Sì, i vai. Buongiorno. Irreparabile.
Fra. I vai. I batti.
Vosotros. Sì. Immediatamente. Vosotros. Irreparabile. Sì, irreparabile. Buongiorno. Sì, immediatamente. Cultive. I batti.
Sì. Usot. I compru. Sim, astru. I compru. Sim, astru. Sim, astru. I compru.
Fra. I compru. I batti.
Service. Usot. Usot. Sì. I compru. Sim, astru.
Vosotros. I batti.
Usot. Service. Sì, service. I compru. Sim, astru. Sim, astru. I compru. Usot. Sì. Sim, astru. I compru. Sim, astru. Service. Sim, astru. I compru. Sim, astru. I compru. I compru. Sim, astru. I compru. Sim, astru. I compru.
Buongiorno. Fra. I batti. Sì.
I batti.
Usot. Service.
Buongiorno.
Sì, service.
Vosotros. I batti. Fra. Sì, i comprou. Immédiatement. Il va. Immédiatement.
Si.
Si.
Si. Il bouge du beau.
Si. Vosot service. I comprou. Si mastrum. Si. Vosot service. I comprou. Si mastrum.